This is Heather again, and I am in Eagle Pass, and tomorrow morning I'll be going in to have my vertical sleeve gastrectomy. So I thought I would start out by giving you an overall picture, and I can also show you what the room's like where we're staying at the Holiday Inn Express in Eagle Pass, and that's the place where they always take you. So here we go. This is me before. I actually have lost about I don't know, I haven't been able to weigh myself for the past few days, but I think I've lost probably around 20 pounds or something, 25 pounds this past 3 weeks of the liquid diet that I've been on. This is a look at the room, give you an idea of what it's like. And it comes with let's see, it comes with over here there's a microwave, coffee thing, there's a little fridge down there, nice restroom, and there you go. Hopefully you can see all of that. And so now I'm going to go back over to the desk, sit down so I can talk to you. So, hello. There we go, that's a bit better. So like I said, I don't know how much I weigh right now. I started at, I'm going to guess, around 375 to 380 pounds. But I don't really know that either, because my home scale only goes up to 300 pounds, and so it's been quite some time. It had been quite some time since I've been able to weigh myself. But then I went and bought a scale. Once I decided to do this, I went and bought myself a brand new scale on the recommendation of someone that I found on YouTube. And it's a brilliant scale. I mean, it goes up to, I think it goes up to 400 pounds, or maybe even goes up to more than that, but enough for me. And it's really elegant. I mean, it's a clear glass scale with two sort of metal things underneath the glass that you stand on, and it's fabulous. I really like it. And it wasn't very much money. I mean, it was only like about $25, which is, I think that's right, which is, or maybe it was $30. But compared to most of the other scales out there for heavy people, it was a steal of a deal and gorgeous. So I recommend it. I'll try and remember the name for you and let you know that later, but right now, can't remember it. So we, let's see, what happened. We came a bit early. We went to San Antonio a little bit early so we could have a day of sightseeing ahead of time. So we flew from Portland through Utah to San Antonio. And when we got there, we took the shuttle. We called the hotel when we got there, and they sent out the shuttle. And so we took the shuttle to the hotel, which is no distance really from the airport, and so we got there, we checked in, everything was fine. It wasn't quite as clean as I mean, it's not filthy or anything like that, but there was, a fair amount of dust in the corners and stuff like that, but it's alright. And then we spent rest of that day pretty much, we had planned to go out, but we ended up really hanging out just in the room. We were pretty exhausted. And so the next day, which was yesterday, we spent down in San Antonio. We went to see the Alamo and did little bit of shopping. Got myself a t-shirt I got myself a large t-shirt instead of a triple X t-shirt because I figured that sometime soon I'll be able to wear it. And so one from the Alamo, and bought myself some Day of the Dead things because I actually got myself a little, it's called a Katrina doll, which is a Cucina doll, and it's a lady dressed up fancy with a hat and holding some flowers and wearing a fancy dress, but inside the dress she's just ribs, just bones. So it's kind of like I'm going to be skinny later on. But anyway, so I got that, and anyway, so that day was fine, and then we went back to the hotel, and actually went out to lunch that day, and I had some soup in San Antonio, and my husband had regular food down on Riverwalk, which is gorgeous. I mean, it's really nice. You can take a boat ride, very substantial boats. Even at last time I weighed myself, I think I was 349 point something. So I think I'm probably less than 347 now. So I've lost quite a bit. But anyway, so when I get onto boats and things like that, it's always a bit scary because I'm afraid that I'm going to capsize the thing. But this one was a good sturdy thing and lots of people on it and no worries. And anyway, the river is only 3 feet deep, so if you fall in, you can just stand up and walk out. So we did all that stuff, and then we went back to the hotel afterwards, and we had a really rough night because our neighbours just kept on making lots of noise, banging doors, flushing the toilet every 2 seconds. And we called reception, and then we called reception again. At 1 o'clock we called reception, at 2 o'clock we called reception, at 3 o'clock we called reception and said we want another room. So at 3 o'clock we moved to a new room, so we didn't really get to go to sleep until after 4 o'clock this morning, which was kind of a bummer. Anyway, but we didn't have to be up. We didn't have to be downstairs until 11:30 to meet the shuttle from endobariatrics, and so that worked out okay. We just slept a bit late, and then we met up with. When you go to endobariatrics.com, Dr. Alvarez, you are usually given a surgery buddy, and so somebody else that's going to be having the same surgery on the same day as you, so that you can talk to each other and discuss problems and whatever. So I got to meet my surgery buddy, and we drove down in the endobariatrics van to Eagle Pass, where we are now. And so here we are in this room, and I've got my things ready for tomorrow. I've got my Gas X, because when you have this for a few days afterwards, I guess, because they use laparoscopic surgery, they fill you up with air when they're doing it, and so then you have to worry about getting rid of that air and not having tummy aches that are too bad. So I got some Gas X strips because you can't swallow pills and things, so you have to take everything either in liquid form or in some sort of melt in your mouth or under your tongue or whatever. So some of those things are not easy to find. So if you're going to do this, I suggest you start hunting out things before you need them. Have them on hand instead of waiting too late. So I've got all my stuff ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be shuttled over at 7:30 in the morning. They'll shuttle us over to the hospital, and then I get to meet Dr. Alvarez for the first time, and have tests done, X-ray and blood tests and so on. And then they will prep me for surgery, and in I'll go and slice and dice, and all will be good. And then we'll stay in hospital. My husband gets to stay in the hospital with me, and we'll stay there tomorrow night, which is Halloween, and then we'll stay there one more day and night, and then they will, on the third day, they will shuttle us back to San Antonio to the same La Quinta hotel that we stayed in before. Because we had trouble, they gave us a bit of a discount, and they have promised they're going to upgrade us, so that might be good. Anyway, so I guess that's about it for now. My husband went out to eat. I thought about going with him, but it's kind of tough at this point. I mean, when I'm hungry, and I'm starving. But, I'm on a liquid diet, and so I'm just drinking water and protein and things and vitamin things, but all fluids. Until I've had the surgery, even then it's going to be hard because I'm used to finishing eating first, but I'm usually used to eating fast. I like the sensation of eating fast. And so that's going to take quite a bit of change. And my husband's a slow eater, which is a bummer, because that means that when we go out to a restaurant, we're going to be there for so much longer. Won't be able to just sort of go in and out quickly. But I have to learn to be a slow eater and to eat my, whatever it is, 5 bites of food over an extended period of time. So, what else can I tell you? There was something else I was going to mention, but I've forgotten now. Anyway, I guess that's about it. This is me for now. Tomorrow's the big day. I'll see if I can, contact you from in the hospital. Do a little video from in the hospital. We'll see how I feel, and then after then, subsequently, I should do more as things change. It's hard to tell when you're inside your own body, though, when you're actually losing weight. So I don't, I never could tell. Once before I was on a diet and I lost 64 pounds. I was a lot lighter when I started than I am now, but at that time it was a substantial amount of weight. I ended up being really skinny. I was I can't do the math right now, but I ended up at 164 after I took off the 64 pounds, and I felt fabulous, and I looked, in my opinion, great. At least I wasn't scared of mirrors anymore, and so I know that I'm going to feel better, even though it's a bit scary at this point in the game to be doing this. I mean, I'm not scared of the operation. I'm not scared of this, the actual doing. I'm more afraid of what's going to happen afterwards, because my whole life revolves around food, and I've been a chef, I've been a catering manager, I do private catering, I design wedding cakes, I cook for my friends, I love to entertain, I cook for my husband every day. Everybody does that, but that's my link between serious money-making food cooking and just sort of day to day. But so I really am made up of all about food, and so one of my big concerns is, if you take the food out of me, then what's going to be left? Am I going to be less of a person? Am I going to be less capable of cooking? I don't know. None of these things. Nobody can tell me this until I've actually gone through it and done it. And by then, it'll be a done deal. So, we'll see. Okay, after blabbering on like this, I guess I'll let you go. Thanks for watching, and I'll hope to contact you again later. Bye.